Hey everyone, it's Kai from Kool Kollectibles. Thought I'd do the podcast today, not in front of the computer, but in my display room here. And just wanted to give my thoughts on a couple of discussions that I've seen happen on OSR and a few other collector forums in the last month or so that have been pretty interesting. So the first one is, I guess, a topic on, do people like keeping their collectibles boxed or opening them up and putting them on display? Now, there are a few collectors out there who, post up pictures of their huge box collections, and I've actually got a couple of pictures here that I printed off. So a couple of guys here. Now, this particular guy must have spent hours and hours putting up pictures of his boxed collection, and there must have been, it was a huge collection, and everything was boxed. And this is another one. And you can see they've still got cardboard boxes in the shippers that are unopened. And I guess that just does absolutely nothing for me. Because why would you get all of that and not put them on display? To me, it's just an absolute waste. Now, I can understand where things are carded. So if you got this is probably one of the best Masters of the Universe Classics collections I've ever seen. Now this guy, Anthony the Fallen, I think he goes by, he actually goes both ways. He's opened up one of each and kept one carded, and that's got to be an amazing display. And another vintage collection of carded Star Wars figures. Now, I can understand these ones being left carded and unopened, in that you can actually still see the figure, and the artwork is incredible. And these guys have put them on display up against the wall, whereas these guys have just put them in storage and then taken them out to take a picture to flash to the world to say, I've got this many collectibles. And to me, they contribute nothing to the community in that they can't appreciate the figure. They've never touched the figure. They can't contribute by giving people pros and cons or tips on what the faults might be or the gotchas might be. So yeah, these kind of collectors do nothing for me. But these kind of collectors, especially this one, I mean, he can talk about the figures and pose them and just be able to let people know if there are any problems, and he can still appreciate the figure. And here are a few other examples of my favorites that I've seen on OSR. Now, I can't remember who posted this one up on the Kool Collectibles page, but I mean, he keeps his boxes and he puts them on display, but he poses them up, and how amazing does that look? And I would trust the opinion on this kind of collector over that kind of collector any day. Because, they can talk about them, post up pictures and inspire people on how to pose and so on. And I guess posing leads on to one of the other discussions that we had recently on OSR, where there was one guy who, someone posted a picture of Captain America kicking Batman in the head, and everyone except one guy thought it was a fucking incredible picture. And the guy kept going on and on about, why are we acting like children? Why are we touching our toys? We're not kids. If we touch them and we pose them, they'll degrade, they'll devalue, they'll crumble in our hands. I mean, these are articulated figures. Sure, they're friggin' expensive, but they're figures for a reason. I mean, if I just wanted a statue, I'd get these guys. I was going to get the action figure versions of these guys, but they were pretty much statues anyway, because the articulation was shit. But these guys, the articulation is amazing. So why wouldn't you take advantage of it? And it's not like the vast majority of collectors on 1/6 Republic or Transformers addicts or whatever continually take these out and bash them together. My kids, this is what happens when my kids play with their toys. This is one of my actual vintage Omnibots, and that's what happens when kids play with their toys. Vroom, vroom. I watch my son play. That's what he does, vroom, and smashes shit together. We don't do that with $200 collectibles. We pose them up for display. We try and pick an iconic pose or a dynamic pose for a picture, and everyone on OSR appreciated this picture except this one dumbass who kept on and on about how we were all being children. So that guy rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. So yeah, I guess I'm the kind of collector that definitely doesn't leave things boxed. I open for display to appreciate the figure. I mean, even these guys are opened because I just love looking at them and playing with them, posing them up, changing the display a little bit. So yeah, I guess that's my quick rant for this particular podcast. Hope you can give me your thoughts on either way. I mean, if you are pro this sort of approach, give me your thoughts, give me your opinions, and see if you can convince me why that is better than that. I can't see it, but if you can convince me or try to convince me, then it should be a good discussion. So yeah, remember to give a comment below and subscribe, and post up comments on the Kool Kollectibles page too. Hope you guys have a good weekend. I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks. Bye.